What's up, YouTube? This is the Sports Stage. Welcome to the channel. My name is Austin, and we're going to put in some MLB picks today, and I'm also going to show you how I find my picks. Stay tuned. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Like I said, this is the Sports Stage. My name is Austin, and we're doing some MLB picks, and we're going to do them on the Sleeper app today. But before I get to the picks, I am going to kind of show you, walk you through how I find my picks, okay? Where I look to find the pick, how I verify it, how I feel comfortable with these picks to put them out to you guys so that we all win. That's the goal, right? We all win these picks. We all make some money, and we're all in that W column more than that L column, because if you know anything about me, you know that I freaking hate to lose. Absolutely hate to lose. So this video is going to cover picks. It's going to cover how I find my picks. I'm going to have a little bit of a special deal for you guys at the end. If you stay tuned all the way to the end, I will give you a special little offer that I can give you guys, and you can start winning with us. Okay. Little recap before I get going for yesterday's free pick. Oh man, it was a bad one. That one I messed up on. I'm going to own it. Like I always tell you guys, I'm going to be fully transparent. When I lose, I lose. And yesterday was a bad loss. I mean, if I could go back before I know now that it didn't hit, if I could go back and put this one specific play in again, I would still do it because the numbers were there. Ben Brown is the pick I'm talking about. What the hell? Ben Brown under 5.5 Ks. That was a good pick. The data backed it up. AI backed it up. It was supposed to hit, right? I mean, the implied odds were good, but we took him under 5.5 Ks. Ben Brown goes out, has the game of his life, and throws 10 Ks yesterday. I mean, tip your hat to the guy. He had a great game. I like to see people succeed, so I'm not mad about it for him, but I am mad about it for us. I don't know. It is what it is. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. It is sports betting, right? I mean, we can have all the data we want and still end up with an L. That's the one thing that sucks about it. Ben Brown, props to you, buddy. Great job. Go do it again. Maybe I'll take the over on you next time if you can do this consistently. And then the other pick, Garrett Hampson, to get under 1.5 strikeouts. He went and put up 0 Ks. Good on him. Didn't strike out at all. That one hit, but the slip did not hit because of the Ben Brown pick. We also took Tyler O'Neill, but he did not play. He was actually benched because he's been playing pretty freaking bad. He's been on a terrible, colossal slump. So the slip didn't hit. We hit 1 of 1 on there, and then the DNP. But we're gonna go with more MLB picks today. I'm gonna show you guys how I find these picks. Now, I usually just kind of give you the picks, but in case you guys don't know, this is the Oddsjam tool. You've probably heard about Oddsjam. There's a few apps, or there's a few websites out there that you can get good picks from. Oddsjam's a popular one. Outlier's another popular one. There's a bunch of different places over the internet where you can, all over the internet, that you can find good plays. I like Oddsjam because of how many sports books they pull data from. You can see right here. Look at all these sports books right here. You got Pinnacle, Caesars, MGM, DraftKings, FanDuel. I mean, all of these sports books, they're pulling data from, getting odds from, comparing those odds, and finding the best plays, putting all those odds together into an AI algorithm that will spit out good plays for us. So, for example, this pick right here, Cutter Crawford. Red Sox versus Orioles today. This is an over on his strikeouts at 4.5. This shows that it's 55% likely to hit. They do highlight the best plays in green. The yellow plays are usually 54%. Sometimes 54% to like down to 52%. Sometimes the 52-ish percent is in yellow. Sometimes it's in red. But they highlight the best plays for us, so that we can win. And they compare different odds across the sports books, like I said. So right here, for example, this Jared Jones over 6 strikeouts. The line's at 6 on Vivid Picks. That's 58% likely to hit. The line's at 6.5 on most of these sports books, or actually all of these sports books over here, other than Vivid. So Vivid's got it at -121 odds because it's at 6. All these sports books, they don't have the same odds. Here's the big difference here. FanDuel has 6.5 at +100 odds. DraftKings has 6.5 at minus 107 odds. That's an arbitrage bet. That's for a different video, a different time. But you can actually make some good money if you're using FanDuel and DraftKings on this specific pick. But anyways, it'll show you the odds on all these sports books, and it shows you the odds on the one that you're using. This is Prizepicks here. Now, I don't use Prizepicks personally. However, look at all these different sports betting apps here. All these are daily fantasy apps. Now, this is just the fantasy tab on Oddsjam, just showing you daily fantasy picks and odds. These are all player props. They do have sports betting tab where you can look at game lines. You get money line, run line, puck line, whatever the sport may be, overs, unders on the game totals. But this is just the fantasy app, the fantasy tab right here that we're looking at. So it's got all these daily fantasy apps that you can look at. I clicked on Prizepicks for this one. I usually scan through and I go through every single app, find the best plays, and then find them on the apps that I like to use. The apps that I think give the best payouts and typically have the best lines. Those apps are Sleeper, CHALKBOARD, Dabble, Underdog, Prizepicks, Rebet. All these apps, I think I can usually find the plays that are on any of these apps and find them in those apps that I like to use. So, for example, sometimes, let's say Parlay Play may have a good pick on here that's 60% chance to hit, and it's only available on Parlay Play, right? Well, a lot of times I can build that in Sleeper or CHALKBOARD because they have adjustable lines. You can do alternate picks on those apps. So I pick the best picks from all these apps and build them in my own slip on the apps that I can build them in that I like to use as my personal favorites. So, for example, we're going with Cutter Crawford today. This Cutter Crawford pick right here, sorry if my face got in the way there for a second, over 4.5 strikeouts, okay? Now here we're in the Sleeper app. We're in the MLB. We're going to scroll over to that Boston-Baltimore game. It's right here, 4:35 p.m. This is Mountain Time, so it's 6:30 Eastern Time. You can figure out your time zone. We do have a lot of time right now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday the 29th of May. So here's the Cutter Crawford pick, this is just his player card right here. You can scroll through all the picks that you want for him. He's got earned runs, hits allowed, walks, and strikeouts. We're using the strikeout line. And let me show you again. We're taking the over on 4.5 strikeouts according to Oddsjam. Okay, now I verify everything that I see on Oddsjam. They say that's a good pick. Some people will just go there, see the green, throw the pick in. That's not a terrible strategy. I mean, I've done that before just to kind of experiment and see if I win, and I have actually had some success doing that. If you're in a rush and you don't have time to watch a video or go find somebody's picks or anything like that, you can just look at the green and throw those picks in, and I mean, if that's what you want to do. But I like to verify what Oddsjam is giving me. So Cutter Crawford, on Sleeper, you can see their recent games chart. 3 of his last 4 starts, he was over this. He had 5 Ks here, 6 and 6. He did go under in his last outing. Down here, that's Milwaukee. Sorry, my eyes cannot see that tiny little circle. Against the Brewers, he did go under. Down here is his last 5. 6, 6, 6, 5, and 4. So 4 of his last 5 games, he's been over this line. Then, after I kind of verify it on Sleeper, I use an app called LineMate, a website called LineMate. Excuse me, I got allergies, guys. I'm clearing my throat a little bit. Now, LineMate, you can adjust season. You can go head-to-head, last 5, last 10, 20, 30. Now, pitchers at this point in the season, they're not going to have a last 30, right? But so I used the whole season for the pitchers. This is his strikeout line. Shows you home and away splits. You can also change that and just do home or just away splits. But 11 starts here. He's gone over this 9 times. That's 81.8% of the time. I love how it gives you a percentage of how much he's actually hitting these picks. And then 18.2% under. It'll give you his average here on 5.5. And remember I said different apps have different lines. If you find an app, say Prizepicks gives you 4.5, but you find this at 3.5 on Sleeper or CHALKBOARD or whatever it may be, you can actually change this, and it's going to change the line on this graph for you and change the data down here. So if it was at 3.5, he's been over that 100% of the time. That would be an amazing pick. Now, they would never set the line right there because that's just losing money for them. But still, even at 4.5 here, 81.8% of the time. I just like how you can adjust these lines. This is on LineMate. And right now, guys, this is a free version. I'm not even using the paid version of LineMate because I just go here to verify stats and data and the graphs. I don't ask them for picks or anything like that. You can have a paid version. I don't know the cost of it. I believe it's around $10 a month, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, verifying this pick on LineMate, 100% I'm taking this, right? Oddsjam says it's a good pick. I go over here to verify it. 81.8% of the time he's hitting it. 100%. We're locking that in. Take the over on the 4.5 Ks for Cutter Crawford. What a hell of a pitcher name. His parents had to know he was going to be a pro baseball player with a name like Cutter. Next, now one thing I will say about Oddsjam that I don't necessarily like is how often they refresh their picks. If I refresh this page right now, see that Cutter Crawford pick is gone? They refresh their picks so often, and I'm not sure why. I need to maybe talk to someone at Oddsjam and see why they do that. But that Cutter Crawford pick is just, it's gone. It's like you see it, you gotta screenshot it or write it down or something and then go find it. Because if you come back and refresh, the pick might not be there, which is the case with the next pick that we're going to take. Anyways, guys, I think I covered enough on Oddsjam. If you want to use this Oddsjam tool, I'll leave a link down here in the description. You can just click that link and sign up for their tool. It is a little bit pricier than most people would expect. However, using the Oddsjam tool, you will 100% make your money back. This subscription is going to pay for itself. If you look here, let me see if I can find the. I'm going to pause this real quick, guys. So if you look here for their fantasy optimizer, that's what I was using. That fantasy tool. It gives you all the daily fantasy apps. $59 per month. Okay. Positive EV Global, this is that sportsbook. This kind of gives you everything on the sportsbooks. This is an incredible tool to use. This is $149 per month. You also get a 7-day free trial. If you like it, great. If you don't, then you don't have to use it. But in that 7-day free trial, you may make this to pay for it. And then they have the Platinum plan. This is for you serious sports bettors that are going to be betting all year round, and you're 100% committed to sports betting for fun and for a little bit of a side hustle. This is $1,000 a month. Now that's a quick overview on their pricing. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below. That's how I find my picks. I think they are a great tool to use. Absolutely great. What am I trying to say? Great odds comparison, great line comparison. And they also spit out percentage likeliness to hit, and they give you some positive EV bets. Again, positive EV, that's for another video. That's positive expected value if you don't know what that is. Now, I want to move on to our next pick. Like I said, Oddsjam refreshes, so I can't actually show it to you on Oddsjam, but I wrote it down. Like I said, write it down. If you like the pick, go find it and put it in. But we're going to go with, we're also going to go with another pitcher K line here. And we're going to scroll down. Where are we at? What am I doing? All right, there's the pick. So we're going with the Houston-Seattle game. We're going with George Kirby. We're also taking his strikeout line, but we're going to hit the under on George Kirby instead of the over like we're doing on Cutter Crawford. So if you look at his recent games here, he went under on the 24th, under on the 19th. He went over here on the 13th, and then under on the 8th. The game that he went over, he barely scraped by and got 6. The line's at 5.5. So the one time he did it, he barely did it. Look, if you see right here, 87.8% of the public is taking less than. This is the night game, so you have a lot of time to put this one in still. But with how many people are taking less than the under here, they could adjust that line, and they may drop it down to 4.5. Get that in as soon as you can, okay? Like I said, it's 7 o'clock here Mountain Time. And then if you look, this shows you his last 4, this chart. If you look down here, this shows you his last 5. If you don't want to waste your time with that and you want to start using LineMate like I do, or you could just watch my videos and I'll break it all down for you. But go over here to LineMate. This is going to show us his whole season, right? He's over this line 5 out of 11 times. He's under this line 6 out of 11 times. Almost 50-50, right? I mean, it's an odd number, so it can't be exactly 50-50 on how many starts he has. but 54.5% under, 45.5% over, averaging 5.2 strikeouts per game. So he's averaging slightly under that. But the one thing I want to point out here with why I love this pick, and it's important to look at when you're making your picks, who he's playing against. You see strikeouts here, Houston's first. Strikeout percentage, they're first in the league. They do not strike out very often. Kirby does not strike batters out very often. Those two things combined makes this a good pick for us. We're going to take that one. I don't need to say too much more about that. If you're just looking at his graph, 50-50 is not great, right? I always say anything above 55% hit rate for us is good in sports betting. He's just below that. But if you look at who he's playing here, Houston, first in strikeout percentage, that makes it a great pick for us. We're going to take that one. So we got the sleeper app back up. Make sure that's locked in. Here's your slip, guys. I'll pull it up for you. Keaton Crawford over 4.5. Sorry, Cutter Crawford over 4.5 Ks. George Kirby right here under 5.5 Ks. $100 play wins you $241. If you guys watch my channel, you know I love the two-man power play. It's not going to win us $6,000 on a $100 bet. We're not trying to get rich quick and blow our money because those likely never hit. We're trying to double our money every day at minimum, and doing these two-man power plays is the best way to do it. If you follow all my picks, my free picks and my VIP picks, we are up $958 in this last week on $100 plays. That's 9x our money within 1 week, almost 10x our money within 1 week. Doing things like this, just doing the bets that are likely to hit, doubling our money every single day. It's a slow build. It's a fun process, though. It's more fun to win a bet than it is to try to get rich quick and lose that bet. I freaking hate losing. I told you guys that earlier in this video. If you hate losing, subscribe to this channel. It's a good time to hit it right now. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, get all my picks because I'm trying to win with everything I do, okay? Get in on the win column. Get in with the sports stage. This community has been thriving lately. Now, I told you guys, if you stick around to the end of the video, I got a little special deal for you guys. I'm trying to grow my Instagram page right now. So I appreciate any support you guys can give me. If you like my videos and you want to support my channel, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everything you guys do to support me. Please head over to my Instagram. There's a link in the description. Hit that follow button. Send me a DM on Instagram and say, hey, watch your YouTube video. I'm coming over from YouTube. Whatever, however you want to word it, just let me know you're getting this deal from YouTube from this video. Send me a DM. I'll give you a free month of my VIP picks. Like I said, the free and the VIP combined, we're up $958 in the last week on $100 plays. So head over to Instagram, hit that follow button, send me a DM saying you came from YouTube. I'll give you a code to get you a free month of my VIPs, and we're going to start winning together, okay? Link for the Instagram is in the description. Link to Oddsjam is in the description. And if you don't have the Sleeper app yet, you've probably already seen it through this whole video. There's a code at the bottom here. Use promo code WORLDWIDE. You'll get up to a $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Don't miss out on those free deposit matches, guys. When you get a new app, find a promo code and get your deposit matches. Don't miss out on your free money. They will give you $100 free if you deposit $100. That could be a $100 bet that wins you whatever. I mean, if you're following this, it'll win you, what did we say, $241? Yeah, $241. If you're doing your own plays and you, excuse me, if you're doing your own plays and you somehow get $100 to win you $6,000, that's a free $6,000 you just got because the app deposit matched you. So don't miss out on those. Promo code WORLDWIDE right here down at the bottom. There's a link to Sleeper in the description as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and let's win.